with me, the Mount Moving Coach. Thank you for joining me today. Today marks the beginning of your journey of getting off the hamster wheel of life into the life that God created you to live. No more going in circles, no more being stuck in the same place day after day, month after month, and year after year. I was once a victim of that lifestyle. I lived in depression. I hated getting up in the mornings to go to work. Most days I just stayed in bed. The only thing that kept me going was my children. Children were living me with at the time, and every day my son would ask, Dad, can we go to the gym today? But I had no strength to move, so I stayed stuck. I was divorced, depressed, single, broken. I blamed everyone but me. No accountability, no ownership. It was always someone else's fault. I was barely making it, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Every relationship I touched, I sabotaged because I was operating from an empty spirit. Then God stepped in. He didn't just fix my situation, He started rebuilding me. He took me on a personal discovery of who I really was. He gave my life purpose, He gave me value, He gave me direction. There are many self help books and motivational seminars out there, but this is different. This is my journey with God. Over a period of 7 years, He pulled me out, shaped me, and built me into someone I didn't even know I could become. I'm sharing this with you because if He did it for me, guess what? He can do it for you. But understand this transformation is going to take hard work, discipline, commitment, and the willingness to create brand new habits. Change does not happen by accident. It happens through daily decisions and consistent actions. As you renew your mind, strengthen your faith, and stay committed to growth, you will become a brand new you. You're not called to barely survive. You're called to live blessed, favored, empowered, and transformed by God. Your future can be greater than your past. Your best days are still ahead of you. Thank you for joining Total Life Transformation. This is your season to grow, rise, and walk into the life God prepared for you. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for joining us once again this morning. We're a few of our regular people down this morning, but we're going to move on and do what the Lord called us to do. Today's lesson piggybacks off of last week's lesson, which was talking about consistency. Today's lesson, today's lesson is dedication. Dedication. Y'all say that with me. Say dedication. One more time. Say dedication. Nice to have a group of young men today. Nice to see all y'all young men today. Sarantin joined us online. She not feeling good today. We praying for you. Dedication, the bridge between your dreams and your destiny. Dedication, the bridge between your dreams and your destiny. What's the bridge between your dream and your destiny? Dedication, dedication. Have you ever noticed that almost everything worthwhile in life takes? Have you ever noticed almost everything worthwhile in life takes time? What if I told you that you could just walk 15 minutes a day? That if you walk 15 minutes a day, you begin to lose weight. Would you be interested? What if I told you that if you just save $5 a day, at the end of 30 days, you'd have $150? Would you be interested? What if I told you that if you read a book on any subject for just 5 minutes a day, by the end of the year, you will become one of the most knowledgeable people in that field? Would you be interested? Now, let me ask you a question. What's the secret behind every one of these examples? The answer: dedication. Every one of those results comes from a person who made a decision and refused to quit. They dedicated themselves to doing the small things day after day. The walk isn't hard. The walk isn't hard. Saving $5 isn't hard. Reading for 5 minutes isn't hard. The hard part is staying dedicated when you don't immediately see results. Most people fail because they don't like most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they lack dedication. When you can always find an excuse for why you can't do something, we can find reasons to put it off until tomorrow. We tell ourselves we're too busy, we're too tired, or we'll start next week. But dedicated people think differently. They don't wait until they feel motivated. They don't quit because the results are slow. They remain faithful to the process, trusting that every small step is bringing them closer to the life they desire. Jesus said in Luke 16 and 10, he who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. God is looking for people who will be faithful in the little things before he entrusts us with greater things. He watches how we handle the small things. Before God will entrust us with big things, he watches how we handle the small things. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Galatians 6 and 9, and let us not grow weary in well doing and doing good, for in season we will reap as we if we do not lose heart. Notice the promise isn't just to those who start well, but to those who stay dedicated until the harvest comes. Think about Daniel 6 and 10 tells us that when kings signed a decree and made prayer illegal, Daniel didn't stop praying. He opened up his windows towards Jerusalem and prayed 3 times a day, just as he had done before. That wasn't a one-time act of courage. It was the results of a debt of dedication. His daily commitment to God prepared him for one of the greatest tests of his life. Because Daniel remained dedicated, God shut the mouth of the lions. Church, understand this: dedication today prepares you for victory tomorrow. You don't become strong overnight, you become strong through daily decisions. You don't build a great marriage overnight, you build it through daily decisions. You don't build a thriving church overnight, you build it through daily decisions, through daily dedication. You don't grow closer to God overnight, you grow through daily prayer, daily worship, daily obedience, and daily time in His Word. Success in God's kingdom is not built on occasional moments of inspiration. It's built on a lifestyle of dedication. So the question isn't whether walking works. The question isn't whether saving money works. The question isn't whether reading works. The question is, are you dedicated enough to keep going through the right things long enough for God to produce a harvest? Make a decision today, but be dedicated. Stay faithful. Refuse to quit, because what you dedicate yourself to today will determine where you stand tomorrow. As Paul declared in 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Your dedication is not wasted. God sees every faithful step, every prayer, every act of obedience, every sacrifice in his perfect timing. Your dedication will produce a harvest. The question is, what is dedication? Dedication is making a wholehearted commitment to a purpose, goal, or calling, and remaining faithful to it regardless of how you feel, the obstacles you face, and how long it takes you to see results. Let me read that again. Dedication is making a wholehearted commitment to purpose, a goal, or a calling, and remaining faithful to it regardless of how you feel, the obstacles you face, or how long it takes you to see results. Dedication is not an emotion, it's a decision. Dedication says, I will keep going whether I feel like it or not. Dedication is choosing your future over your feelings. I want to say that one more time. I want to push that to us. Dedication is choosing your future over your feelings. Anyone could be excited for a day. Anyone could be motivated for a week. But dedicated people continue when the excitement is gone. They understand that lasting success is not built on occasional moments of motivation, but on daily commitment. The word dedication implies that you have devoted yourself to something. Let me read that again. The word dedication implies that you have devoted yourself to something. It means that you have decided that quitting is no longer an option. And that's why I want us to get in life, y'all. I want us to make a decision that quitting is no longer an option. Your circumstances may change, your emotions may change, your schedule may change, but your commitment remains the same. The Bible teaches us God blesses faithfulness. Luke 16 and 10. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. God looks for people who remain dedicated in the little things before he entrusts them with greater things. Listen, the four signs of transformation. Four signs of transformation. Number one, four stages of transformation. Number one, decision. Everything begins with a decision. The day you decide that your life is going to change is the day your transformation begins. Dedication. A decision without dedication is only a wish. Dedication is the commitment to keep going even when progress seems slow. Discipline. Discipline is dedication and action. It is doing what's needed to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Every day you practice the right. Every day you practice the right habits. You're building the life you want. And last, transformation. Transformation is the natural result of making the right decision, staying dedicated, and living a disciplined life over time. You cannot consistently do the right thing and remain the same person. Let me say that again. You cannot consistently do the right thing and remain the same person. Think about it. One of the greatest questions you can ever ask yourself is, what can I do every single day that will improve my life? What can I do every single day that would improve my life? Mentally, what can I do every day to strengthen my mind? Could I read for 5 minutes, listen to an educational podcast, practice positive affirmations, learn a new skill? Physically, what can I do every day to improve my health? Walk 15 minutes, drink water, stretch, exercise, eat one healthier meal. Financially, what can I do over time to improve my finances? Save $5, read money management, eliminate one unnecessary expense, learn a new income producing skill. Spiritually, what can I do every day to grow closer to God? Spend time in prayer, read a chapter of the Bible, memorize one scripture a week, worship, keep a gratitude journal, or keep a gratitude journal. Take 5 minutes to think about it. On the paper I gave you, write one thing down that you can do starting the day that can help you improve your life. Mentally, what can you do to help yourself? Read a book. Physically, go walking. Financially, save $1 a day. Spiritually, read the Bible every day. Remember this principle: small daily actions produce life changing results. Small daily actions produce life changing results. I'm going to say it one more time. Small daily actions produce life changing results. You don't have to change everything today. You simply have to become more dedicated, changing something today. You you simply have to, let me say that again. You don't have to change everything today. You simply have to become dedicated to changing something today. So what small things today can you start changing to help improve your life and make it better in the future? That ends our class today on dedication. Thank y'all for joining online. As always, we're going to cut it off right here. And we're going to ask the class these questions, make sure they have them right. Hope to see some of y'all